Jill and I, we flew in, and we got in a rental car, and we drove to where we were going. But then when we came back, we had an early morning flight, so we spent the night at a hotel there. And it was quite interesting to me to walk around in the casinos. This was just totally new to me. The city I grew up in, Toledo, actually they have a casino now, but they didn't when I was growing up. And to see the different games of chance, one of which is poker, which is a game of chance, but also of skill. There are people who are skilled poker players. And in poker, I understand that if you have a really strong hand, you might go all in, which means your chips, that represent the money that you're wagering, are going to all go, in the middle, because you think that this hand is going to take it all. Well, this morning we have part of the narrative of Elijah. Elijah goes all in for the Lord God, and he goes all in against the prophets of a God who is no God at all, Baal. And I'm going to invite you to listen now as we hear the story of this, what I'm calling a God-on-God smackdown. Elijah, 1 Kings chapter 18. Hear now the word of God. After many days, the word of the Lord came to Elijah in the 3rd year of the drought, saying, "Go, present yourself to Ahab. I will send rain on the earth." So Elijah went to present himself to Ahab. Now Ahab, if you were here last week, is the king of Israel. He gets a very bad reputation before he even shows up in the narrative. We read a couple of verses where it sums up his kingship, that he was worse than all the kings before him. And it had to do with his choice of brides, Jezebel, who was a worshiper of Baal, and King Ahab, king of Israel, became a worshiper of Baal too. All right, that's 18 verse 2. Now we're going to jump ahead to verse 17. Still in chapter 18. When Ahab saw Elijah, Ahab said to him, "Is it you, you troubler of Israel?" And Elijah answered, "I have not troubled Israel, but you have, and your father's house, because you have forsaken the commandments of the Lord and followed the Baals. Now, therefore, have all Israel assembled for me at Mount Carmel, with the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat at Jezebel's table." So Ahab sent to all the Israelites and assembled the prophets at Mount Carmel. Elijah then came near to all the people and said, "How long will you go limping with two different opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him." People did not answer with a word. Then Elijah said to the people, even I only, am left a prophet of the Lord. But Baal's prophets number 450. Let 2 bulls be given to us. Let them choose 1 bull for themselves, cut it in pieces, and lay it on the wood, but put no fire to it. I will prepare the other bull and lay it on the wood, but put no fire to it. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by fire is indeed God. All the people answered, "Well spoken." Then Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, "Choose for yourselves 1 bull and prepare it first, for you are many. Then call on the name of your God, but put no fire to it." So they took the bull that was given them, prepared it, and called on the name of Baal from morning until noon, crying, "O Baal, answer us." There was no voice and no answer. They limped about the altar that they had made. At noon, Elijah mocked them, saying, "Cry aloud! Surely he is a god. Either he is meditating, or he has wandered away, or he is on a journey, or perhaps he is asleep and must be awakened." He just let them have it, just making fun of them. So then they cried aloud, and as was their custom, they cut themselves with swords and lances until the blood gushed out over them. And all the people said, "Ew." What did they do? As midday passed, they raved on until the time of the offering of the oblation. But there was no voice, no answer, and no response. Then Elijah said to all the people, "Come closer to me." And all the people came closer to him. First he repaired the altar of the Lord that had been thrown down. Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, to whom the word of the Lord came, saying, "Israel shall be your name." With the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord. Then he made a trench around the altar, large enough to contain 2 measures of seed. Next he put the wood in order, cut the bull in pieces, and laid it on the wood. He said, "Fill 4 jars with water and pour it on the burnt offering and on the wood." Then he said, "Do it a second time." And they did it a second time. Again he said, "Do it a third time." And they did it a third time, so that the water ran all around the altar and filled the trench also with water. At the time of the offering of the oblation, the prophet Elijah came near and said, "O Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day that you are God in Israel, that I am your servant, and that I have done all these things at your bidding. Answer me, O Lord, answer me, so that this people may know that you, O Lord, are God, and that you have turned their hearts back." Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt offering, the wood, the stones, and the dust, and even licked up the water that was in the trench. When all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and said, "The Lord indeed is God! The Lord indeed is God!" Elijah said to them, "Seize the prophets of Baal. Do not let one of them escape." And they seized them, and Elijah brought them down to the Wadi Kishon and killed them there. The Lord add his blessing to the reading and the hearing of his word. And all God's people said, Amen.